Okay, test 1 2 1 2. We have sound, we have music. I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm milling some stuff that I need to. I'm just finished. I'm missing one part, so we're gonna have to live with it for a few minutes. Takes like 10 minutes for each part, so it's about half on the that machining now. Just moving away these machined parts. So this is done, this is done. Ah! These three are done as well.
O Carlos susteve a respiração e abriu a sua encomenda da Amazon. É um novo aspirador robô que vai deixar o seu chão impecável por um preço muito mais baixo do que ele estava à espera. Para o Carlos, é 5 estrelas. Desde aspiradores robô a eletrodomésticos para a cozinha e muito mais. Encontre os produtos com as melhores opiniões a preços que vai adorar. Hoje mesmo na Amazon.
Good. Let me check how it is. It's doing fine. Okay, so welcome everyone. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good night, good whatever. How's everyone doing? So today we're gonna, I don't know how to say it, uncast, remove the mold, remove the, check our work from the bot stream. So, and we're gonna do some cleanup. It's gonna be a short stream, I think. So we're gonna just maybe do some test fitting, whatever. And yeah, basically that's about it. So let's see how our work got finished. So let me change camera. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna work. Okay, so this is the part that I'm missing. I'm doing some mill turning. Oh, what happened? Nothing happened. I think, right? Everything is fine. Okay, so far the screws are unscrewing well, which is a good sign. Means no glue on the screws, which is good. I think this is a 6mm mixed. Actually, it's not. Mhm. Okay, let's see the bar. So far, so good. Hmm. Okay, looks like it's finished. I'm gonna go there in a minute. I can machine the last part after. Okay, so all of them, all of the pieces, all of the screws unscrewed easily, which means no leaks of epoxy on screws. Okay, I'm gonna put the last piece on the machine so I can finish this. Good. One more. One last to go. Good. Just measure it. Manual. Good. Z70. Go. And that's the last one running. In about 9 minutes. Should be fine or finished. Ow. Hey, Chef. How are you? Save. So far, all screws are coming easily, which means no epoxy leak. Again, I'm sorry for the noise. I'm finishing one last part on my milling machine. Going on there. I'm good, I'm good. Within the expectations, I'm good. Okay. These screws all came out nice and easily. Which means no epoxy on the screws, which is very good sign. Good. Let's remove these ones. Good. Good. Just silicone. Everything looks good on the mill. Everything looks good so far. Oh. There's some glue in here. Not sure where it went. Where it came from. Easy to remove though. Yeah. Nothing fancy. Hey Kegel, how are you, my friend? Okay, now I need 2 millimeters. Where is it? It's here. Ooh, painting. I hate painting. So again, I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm finishing. Hey Bill! I'm finishing machining one part on my mill that I need for tomorrow. So it should be ending in a few minutes. Worst part is done already. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Looking good. Just a piece of the waterproofing membrane that's there, but that will go out easily. Yeah. Looking good. Few holes here and there, but that's to be expected. And that's finished. Box to the garbage. Oh, Trident wiring. Nice. Something changed or a new printer? Okay, this one was way better sealed than the other one. So, and yeah, the silicone just goes out nicely from because of the mold release agent. So yeah, we are good on this side. Yeah, we have some holes there. Nothing too worrying. I can always fill them with filler or just leave them. But probably these ones I will fill them.
O Carlos susteve a respiração e
Ooh,
abriu a
nice.
sua encomenda da Amazon. É um novo aspirador robô que vai deixar o seu chão impecável por um preço muito mais baixo do que ele estava à espera. Para o Carlos,
Yeah, Trident it's a good
desde aspiradores robô a eletrodomésticos para a cozinha e
option for
os produtos com as melhores
box turtle.
a preços que vai adorar hoje mesmo na Amazon.
Okay. We need some persuasion. There we go. Yeah, looks good. Probably I'm gonna destroy this like that. We do have some cleaning to do in here. That's good. Just twist these parts to remove them with some kind of pliers. Probably this one will work. Good. This one should be the worst, I believe. But nothing to worry. Yo! Questionable, how are you, my friend? Okay, good. Some cleaning now. Let me grab a piece of paper. Okay, good. I have some holes in here. We can always fill them with some filler or not. Let me remove the nuts, given that we're gonna need them. Good. Figuring out stuff on a printer. Good profiles are always hard to come by. Sometimes not. Sometimes we just taste them. Other times it's like, yeah. Next time, if I'm gonna do another of these thingies, I'll definitely want pair on the mold release stuff. It's cleaning up really good though. Probably if I get my Exacto, if I do something like a pass, it's not gonna be easy. We always have some yeah. Super easy if we do it like against the epoxy. Yes, it kind of rolls and cuts on the sharp edge. Good. We have some cleaning here. Alcohol should help. On the bottom doesn't really matter. It's just aesthetics. Let's remove the... We definitely don't need the nuts on the bottom. So yeah, just rolls out pretty nicely. Hey Marcus! Where is my tweezers? Jesus, my tweezers. Oh yeah, I dropped it one of these days on the floor and she didn't like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother too much cleaning the bottom because nothing will work in here. So So today I watched the video or the commercial or whatever of the index system from Bontech. It actually looks cool. So it looks like they figured out a way to keep the extruder, but the filament path it's uninterrupted. So it looks cool. Probably umbilical system, it's gonna be a pain for it, but looks cool. Let's see. I would love to be a beta tester for it. Okay, good. I'm gonna put some alcohol here. Well, these things can go away. Their purpose from life is gone. Let me try to remove this thing. This is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna go full destruction mode with this. I need an hammer. Okay, I need to remove the part from my mill so I can shut it down. Looks like that ain't gonna work. Okay, let me try to do it first. With my chisel. Yeah, I think I did it already. Yeah. Okay. Yep, exactly. It looks cool. Good, as expected. So I have a few inserts to remove on these guys, so I'm gonna save them. Because I'm that cheap. Yeah, I should add, I'm so dumb. Hey, another CG. Should have put some mold release in these faces. I didn't, because I'm dumb. Yeah, this doesn't really matter. Just wanted to remove this red line. Good. Okay, so here it's where the plate, the full metal jacket or whatever they call it, they're gonna tight. And I really don't understand why they haven't gone all the way down, but yeah. Good. Feels smooth enough. So if you guys remember the way covers gonna slide in here, so you guys want these as smooth as we can. Okay, let me give it a poof poof
O Carlos
with
suscitou a inspiração e abriu a sua encomenda da Amazon. É um novo aspirador
Here.
robô que vai deixar o seu chão impecável por um preço muito mais baixo do que ele estava à espera. Para o Carlos, é 5 estrelas. Desde aspiradores robô a eletrodomésticos para a cozinha e muito mais. Encontre os produtos com as melhores opiniões a preços que vai adorar.
Yeah,
Os
it's
mesmos
good enough.
preços.
Clean enough. We need to clean this part in here still. Need more alcohol. It's good. Good. Just need to remove a little. Good. So here on the back, we're gonna have the motor plate and the reinforcement. So we need these clean. Okay, that's soft. That's soft. That's soft means it's silicone. That's soft, and that's soft as well. Yeah, we are good. If it's soft, it will squish. So it's good. We may need some extra cleaning, but nothing too much. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna need to remove the back plate. I'm trying to avoid to remove it. That's why we already installed these two nuts in here, because they should run from the where we installed the thingy. Okay, I really want to remove these pieces here. Not sure how. I'm gonna do it. Probably just rubbing, or even some. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna need to clean. That we're gonna do it before installing the rails. Yeah, it'll clean just fine. Good. So one side is pretty much done. No point on. Okay, let me just move these guys. Actually, I can remove these screws. These were only here so the nuts wouldn't rattle around, but now doesn't really matter. In here, yeah. Okay, let me remove that silicone. Hey, Damascus. Good. Remove these two. Something in here. Dry silicone. You shall break. Yeah. Good. The edge. Some dry silicone. Nothing too serious. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this so we can clean the other side. I'm happy. Few holes here and there. This side is worse, but just a big one in here. We can fill it with just regular filler. Polyester from car shop. Something like that. Okay, let me turn this around. Or maybe it would be better for me to keep it like this. Let me remove these 4 screws. They are different. Where is the other one? There. So we have M38, button F there, and 310s there. Hard to lift this thing. This thing is heavy. There we go. Good. So one thing I want to do is to actually cut this edge. And this one as well. Okay, so let's go to the second side. First side looks good. Little silicone in there. Not epoxy. Okay, let me push the silicone off the nuts. Okay, now we can remove the nuts. Okay, let me shut down my milling machine because I'm tired of hearing the fans. And since last part was successfully machined already, I can shut it down. Much better. Much better. Okay, so we need to... Good. Okay, now I'm gonna unglue this piece in here. I probably can unglue it. With some Portuguese equation.
O Carlos susteve a respiração e abriu a sua encomenda da Amazon. É um novo aspirador robô que vai deixar
The fuck? Why do I have...
um preço muito mais baixo do que ele estava à espera. Para o Carlos, é 5 estrelas. Desde aspiradores robô.
Yeah, okay.
Eletrodomésticos para a cozinha e muito mais. Encontre os produtos com as
Looks like my Spotify is broken again. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Okay. That's good for now. No point. Jump away. Too loud, right? Better. Okay, let me see if this thing is moving already in here. Good. I think it's loose already. We'll see. Doesn't look like. Doesn't look like. Good. Oh, now it is. Yeah, now it is. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Looks like it wasn't quite there enough. No, it is. Fine. So it moved already. Let me grab a big Something scratched here. Probably a little stonish. So I'm doing these with a whole chisel because this thing, it's beyond well, it's not beyond repair, but it needs to be sharpened because blades and stones don't match together. Sharp blades and stones, especially from cheap steel, not a good combo. So yeah, here we have a little hole that I'm gonna fill. This one I need to fill it with some filler. That's pretty much the only one. Maybe these two as well, we'll see. Chef, thank you for stepping by. Good. Okay. So now the bottom or oops. Nope. I don't want to throw away the nut. So yeah, this part is pretty much done. Just a little more. Yeah. Looks good. Just need some extra. Let me grab the compressor again. There goes shit. And of course it rolled down under my I don't see it there. Yeah, but it went there. It's 1 mile away. Need to grab my. Where is my fishing rod? Not this one. Will do. Fishing rod. Okay, good. This part is pretty much good for now, at least. There's a few spots of silicone, but I don't have much alcohol to clean it. But here, we're gonna need to take care of this when we actually assemble. But here, when we assemble the linear rails, we need to make sure everything is clean, so we don't have eye spots. Well, we're gonna have eye spots anyway, because this is aluminum frame. But yeah, we want to avoid bumps at all costs. That's something for later. I ordered the 14 millimeter. I forgot to add that detail, but I've ordered the 14, the bigger one. Yeah, the anodization pen, right? Who cares about bumps? This thing, it's like a zebra. So we have shiny aluminum, we have black aluminum, we have sandy aluminum. So who cares about an occasional bump in here? And it's gonna be full of spotty, shiny pieces of bright aluminum. I'm going. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the stuff I have to cover the covers works on V slot aluminum. I need to check. Shit, because I ordered some stuff to Hey Puma. Mm, to cover these slots, because otherwise they're gonna be full of ships anyway. But I'm not sure if they work on this profile. Most likely don't. We'll see. I know it works on the regular T slots, but the V slots, not so sure. Yeah, on 3D printers I also like to white this stuff, but here it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be full of stuff anyway. Very, very soon. Yeah, I need to check. We can always 3D print some, but not this full length. Well, I can grab some and check, but we'll see. I completely forgot this was V slot, not T slot. And I specially ordered more. It doesn't go bad though. But yeah, I specifically ordered more. For these. Okay, so the idea is what? So the idea is this thingy comes here. I think it's like that. I'm not sure if it's like that or like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter for now. Well, I can see exactly. Yeah, I think it's like this. Yeah, pretty sure it's like this. So we have the column going here. and it will attach on these 4 screws as well. And we have this guy going here. That will attach on this and on a floor here. Looks like a tombstone. Let me rotate it a little bit. It. I think we got a new name for the Milo. It's the thumb Milo. Or tombstone Milo. Tombstone, right? Tomb, not thumb. Tomb Milo. Good. So now I can lift this guy. Oh, I still need to clean that mess on the side. Oh, that's true. Okay. This is not okay. I'll just lift the camera a little bit. So like that. Which looks cool, to be honest. We have the motor on the back. Hey Martin! So then we should have this guy that also needs to be a little cleaned, a little dusty. This shop is a little dusty. Which goes there. Let me see how it... Yeah, it feels good. I'm pretty sure we're going to be making another column higher than this one in the near future. But yeah, for now, we're going to be like that. Because I really want this machine to put 5 axes on this machine. And definitely, we don't have enough height in here between this piece and the plate. So we probably gonna make one of these thingies a new column, a complete new column for this. But that's in the future. That's not now at all. And if I design everything right, so if you guys remember when I did the cut, we would need to do some grinding on the bottom of the column, but since I made the epoxy a little proud from the actual ground or the actual column, so we now should have enough space. If I did it right, we now should have enough space for the ball screw to pass under. I hope. Because if we don't, I'm gonna need to still grind it. But yeah, this should be like this, and like this, and like this. So yeah, it's it's kind of a milestone. We have all the castings done, everything is filled with epoxy. And of course, I should have weighted the parts before filling them, so I could actually figure it out how much weight we add to this thingy. For me, the most important, well, everything is important, but the most important is, yeah, everything is, there's no much most important actually, because it's everything important, because since we increase the mass on the base and then we actually glued, because now this part is glued to the base, so it's like it's a single part. It's much more rigid, and with this tombstone here on the back, it will increase the rigidity on both like that and like that, because that's why I made it so thick, to make it rigid like that. And then here, same story. We made these parts so much more rigid using these side castings instead of the 3D printed parts. No, I haven't weighted it at all yet. I can weight it. I have this part here, but so you know, see, so I have this part, this aluminum part here that I don't want to remove, but I have another one, so I can weight it and subtract and find out how much the frame alone is weighting. And maybe if someone that doesn't have mounted a Milo yet can tell me the weight of the frame. So yeah, let's do some cleaning on this part, and that's for milestone. Okay, now I get it. I get it. Milestone. Or Milestone. Milestone would be a good name. Milestone. Yeah, I like Milestone. Milo Rock, Milestone. Milestone sounds better, right? Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, so I'm gonna move this stuff away, and we're gonna do some cleaning on these. There's not much to do, but let's do some cleaning on this part. And Big Daddy Milo. Okay. And we still have the side plates to install that will increase a little more the rigidity. Not much, but it will make it even more rigid, even it's slightly. Hey, Rogério, how are you, my friend? Good. The milestone, it's getting away, so yeah, me too. Busy with life, busy with Milo, busy with work, busy with everything. This thing is heavy. This thing is super heavy. This base is amazing. Exactly what I was looking for. Okay, let's do some cleaning. Let's start with the top. Start removing the nuts here. Even that we're gonna need it. No! I have a hoist if needed. It's a hoist, right? An engine hoist. Hoist. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I know the word. I'll know how to write it. Not sure about the pronunciation. I'm thinking about assembling it inside the casa. So I build the frame alone, and I don't put the panels, and so I have access to all the or I put only the panels that I need to put in, like the bottom ones and whatsoever, and then I don't think, I'm not sure. I need to check how they are assembled. And then just build it inside of it. Not sure if it's doable. Okay, this was inside. So supposedly this should be lower than the. This was a piece of epoxy that fell and kind of run. Let me grab. It was here. Let's see, a little of steel wool. Oh, just perfect. Came out in a heartbeat. Yeah, it's oily. That's why it's shiny now. Good. So now we just need to remove this. Not need to, but would be a good idea. Yeah, it's a hoist, right? My problem is not the age. So it sounds like nothing, right? Because the age in A, it's nothing. Hey there. Well, in Portuguese it's the same thing. Ages only mess stuff up. Yeah. Yeah, but the age is a crazy letter on our dialects, even on Portuguese, on English, French. It makes funny stuff. Either it does nothing, like you don't say anything, or it completely changes everything, turns C into she, turns T into D, and turns S into she again. It's crazy. Yeah. The idea, I thought the idea was good of using the glue. Wasn't that as good as I was thinking about. Yes, I can dilute it. Oh, probably. Let me see how it reacts to acetone. I know it reacts well to... Kinda. It's kinda different. Especially the pronunciation, the accent, it's completely different. It's not even close to the British accent and American accent. It's way worse. Brazilian Portuguese, it sounds like they are singing when talking. Well, kinda. Not really. I'm not making fun. It's just what it is. It's different. Usually, Portuguese people hate the Brazilian Portuguese, and Brazilians love the Portuguese from Portugal. It's just different. A lot of words are completely different. They actually use a lot of English words like train. It's not train. It's not the same word actually. We call it in Portuguese. Train is a train from going travel in a train, not train from training. Portuguese call it comboio, and Brazilians call it the train. A train. It's a train, so it's not train, but it's a train. So it's more. It's closer to the English than to the actual Portuguese, and they have a lot of more stuff. Well, it makes sense because even, well, I think the Brazilian Portuguese, maybe it's simpler. I think we can say it's simpler because I don't think Portuguese people have such have more difficulty understanding the Brazilian Portuguese than the other way around. Yeah, our is more. It kind of makes sense because the Brazilians are closer to America, and kind of makes sense that because we brought I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe we brought Portuguese to Brazil, and it makes sense all over the years, since you guys are closer to the Americans, to kind of made it more close to English than to and moved away from the Portuguese. But both languages, English and Portuguese, came from the Latin, and we see some Latin words that Portuguese have nothing, I mean nothing alike to the Latin words, and English actually, they are closer to the Latin. So I don't know. Maybe because we are a very old nation, and we kind of wanted our self vocabulary. I don't know. It's just what I think. I'm not sure. Well, yes, but in Portugal nowadays it's different. But back when I was a child, everything was English. Only the novels, so were pretty much Brazilian or Mexican. Back in the day, we had a lot of Mexican novels, but all the movies we don't dub. So I'm pretty much learned English from movies because I had to read the subtitles. We always use subtitles. We only like the Disney movies, the movies for kids are dubbed for the kids to understand. But I have a lot of cartoons. When I was a child, I had a lot of cartoons like Asterix from France, which had subtitles and well, that's not it. That's in Portuguese from Brazil. We also have that in the dictionary if we go there, but the main word we use for train is comboio. If you translate like this, oops. If you translate that from Portuguese to English, you see you're gonna get train. That's the main word for train in Portugal. Then we have some interesting stuff. We have we use the word puto for well, that's bus. You guys, Rogério is making a point on the autocarro. Autocarro, it's a bus from you guys English, and in Brazilian they call it the bush. So just the pronunciation is different, but it's the same word as in English. In Portugal, we have for car, we use carro or automóvel from automobile from the British, right? I think it was the British that used the automobile. And of course, the Americans just simplified everything. Fuck that, car. I think English, the American English, it's so much easier. It's so much easier language compared to Portuguese. I mean, it's much more intuitive. It's much simpler, and you guys have many terms specifically from industry. I appreciate that. I know so many terms in English about machining and you're working in a shop that in Portugal we don't have you guys. In Portugal we pretty much only use one word for welding, which is welding. You guys have welding, soldering, brazing. It's all the same, but it's a different process, and I find it very cool. That's just an example. Man, trust me, I studied English. Of course, I haven't studied English as you guys study, but I studied English in school for 11 years. And I studied the same in Portuguese. And trust me, if you guys seen the verbs in Portuguese, you guys would kill yourselves. The verbs for all the, how do you call it, the persons? So me, you, she, he, she, whatever, us and they, and every verb in every past tense, every past sentence has a different word, literally. And we have the accents. You guys don't have any of that. So we have four accents actually. French is worse. French is even worse than Portuguese. But yeah, English and Portuguese, trust me, English it's much, much easier. I always have better grades at English than Portuguese. And of course, as English, we have words that write exactly the same and can mean completely different things. And we have words that sound the same and write differently, and they are different stuff. Yes, we have the same, but we have way more stuff than you guys don't have. You guys, for making the past sentence, well, okay, you have some that need that add different words, but most of them you just add an e and a d at the end, and you get the past sentence of the verb. And in Portuguese, we have like 8 different words according to if I'm speaking about myself, about you, about she, about him, about us, about they. And we have a second you, like a more respectful you. French, I hate French. I fucking hate French. I would like to know German, even that I think it's awful to learn. I think it's even worse than French, to be honest. It's very harsh and very too many. How is it called in English? So we have the. I don't remember how it's called. So you have 2 types of letters in the alphabet: the syllables and the other ones. So you have many of the other ones together. No, it's not the syllables. Syllables are. Shit, now I'm having a blank. Syllables are the things together, a group of letters together. The vogals, and the others. Is it vogals in English? It's vogais in Portuguese. I think it's vogals in English. And then the other ones that I don't really remember the name in English. Vowels. And what about the others? So the vowels are the A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so it's the same. Is it consonants in English? It's consonants in Portuguese. Yeah, those are the vowels, right? And what about the others? In Portugal, I think we consider the Y in the others, I think. Because the Y, the W, and the K, it's not really from the Portuguese vocabulary. We learn them not in the first, well, on the first grades, but we learn them after. Okay, consonants. That's close enough. In Portuguese, it's consoantes. So you guys have an extra N, but yeah, it's close enough. In German, they have a bunch of those together, and it's kind of. I don't even know how to start to spell that shit. But yeah, I find English very simple. That's true. That's true. That's a good lesson to teach to the kids. As I was saying, I really think you guys in English, you guys simplify. It's as I usually make my examples for my friends that don't speak English, and how much easier English is, because sometimes it's just intuitive. Like you guys call it, I usually talk about this example, which I find it very fun. You guys, for example, for sandpaper. It's simple. It makes sense because it looks like paper and it looks like it has sand on the top. So yeah, sandpaper. It's a decent name for sandpaper. In Portuguese, it's called lixa, which in Portuguese sand is areia and paper is papel, so papel de areia, and we call it lixa. It's very close, right? That's just an example. You guys have a lot of that kind of stuff that makes sense. Like, for instance, the trees you guys have. So it's like the olive tree, which gives olives. Makes sense. Okay, it's just a tree that gives olives, so it's an olive tree. Fine. In Portuguese, we have, okay, it makes sense, but it's not as trivial. It's because you need to know another word. In Portuguese, olive, it's azeitona, and the tree that gives the azeitona, it's called oliveira. So, as you can see, oliveira and azeitona very close to each other, right? So it makes completely sense. Of course, we have some others that kind of make sense, like the apple. The apple tree, it's called macieira, and it gives apples, which is maçã. So maçã, macieira, it kind of makes sense, and we have a lot of them like that. But yeah, others are completely different names, and yeah, it makes everything stupid art for and nonsense, and then everything most of the time. And then we have another stupid. Well, I guess you guys have as well. Yeah, you guys have as well. You guys have the double S that reads as C. Why the fuck do you need to use two letters to make the same sound, if you have already one letter that does the same sound? Why the fuck do you have to use two S's when you have a C? Right? Makes no sense. And why the fuck, if you use one S next to a vowel or behind a vowel in the middle of the word, it's pronounced Z. When you have a fucking Z in the alphabet, that's pronounced Z as well. Why complicate stuff? It makes no sense. Why the fuck do you need to put an H and don't read it there? Why? You wanna fight naked? That's what you mean. Quer lutar nu means you wanna fight naked. Yeah, that's true. Every culture is important and multicultural. And if you if you deal with people from many cultures, you're going to be wiser for that. You're going to know more. It's like even knowing languages. Sometimes I find these super crazy, but sometimes thinking, for me, thinking in Portuguese, I can't solve a problem. But if I start thinking in English, which I do many times now, it's like the problem is solved so easily sometimes, and sometimes it's the other way around. And I believe if you know more languages even, it's the same story. You're gonna get different solutions, better or worse, thinking in different languages, and it's stupid, but it is what it is. Something fell. Probably a nut. Yeah, that's true. Spanish and Portuguese are uh, kind of look alike. If a Spanish speaks slowly to a Portuguese and the Portuguese speaks Portuguese to a Spanish, 80% of the stuff they will understand. Now, if the Spanish speaks fast, that's a whole new thing. You can get a fucking word of what they are saying. But if there's goodwill on both sides, and having goodwill between Spanish and Portuguese, it's not a very common thing, because usually we don't like Spanish very much, and they don't like us very much either. Even that, I don't have any complaints. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of Spanish friends, which I love very much. But overall, Okay. Well, we have some regions of Portugal, especially on the north. Portugal, it's a very small country. I mean, very small. We can run Portugal from one end to another in a car, in like 5 hours. You go from top to bottom in about 5 hours, 5 6 hours, and that's driving like at 60. Um, at 60 miles per hour, not kilometers. Um, we have some regions in very close to Spain in the border. They are completely ununderstandable. It's a fucking mess. You can be the best speaking Portuguese around, and you go there, you don't get shit. And the funny thing is that the Spanish go there and they don't get shit either. It's like they have a self language there. It's not like they are more Spanish than Portuguese. It's like it's insane. And then we have several very pronunciated accents in the north and in the lower center on a region that's called Alentejo. Actually, we where I live in, we find a different pronunciation as well, a different accent from Ribatejo as well. But Alentejo and the Porto, it's insane. It doesn't look like the same language. Yeah, it happens between. Yeah, you have the French between Spain and and Germany. You have the French, but then you have the Belgians that some speak French and others, and it's even way smaller. It's like half of Portugal, and half of them speak German, and another half speak French, which is funny. And it's such a small country. I mean, it's half of Portugal, or even less than half of Portugal. And Portugal is small. Oh shit! If you mix all, yeah. If you mix the Dutch guys, fuck that. Those are another ones. But those guys, most of them speak Dutch, speak German, and English, which is super cool. Yeah, I find this clean enough. British, the traditional British guys, they are quite hard to understand even as well. If they have that old British accent, it's not. The thing is, usually they speak slowly. The British, it's the classic British. They speak slowly, so it gives us time to think. But it's not an easy task to understand them as well. Sometimes. Now, if you go to Welsh, or to Wales, sorry, the Welsh people, that's a different animal as well. I don't know about the Irish, probably the same, but the Welsh, that's another level as well. That looks like German on steroids. Yeah, I don't know that many Irish people. I know a couple of folks from Ireland, and they actually spoke good English. I had no problems understanding, but I don't have any. In Wales, I've been in Wales, and that shit is hard. Irish, not yet. I was about to go this year, but looks like I'm not going. So, yeah. Okay, so this part is also pretty much good. We have a few. We have there as well. Looks good. That's it for today. I told you that would be a short stream today, just demolding, checking the progress, and cleaning, doing some cleanup on the castings, and we are pretty much done. So the schedule would be, I need to do some changes in the shop in order to put this thingy on. I need to make a bench for it. So yeah, the compressor arrived today. I put a picture. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's an universal language. A good bottle of wine, a good cold beer in the summer, a little bit of goodwill and a share. You make friends anywhere. That's true. Okay, so as I was saying, I need to make a bench and I need to make some changes on the electrical system on the other shop. So we're gonna have at least 1 week, and I'm gonna be out a few days as well, which won't help at all. So at least 1 week without streams, or if I do a stream, it's just an occasional one, small, just to do a briefing of what I'm doing. But yeah, it's gonna take at least a week. And since I hurt my finger, it's better, but it's not nearly close to 100%. It delayed all my work as well. So yeah. So at least 1 week that I'm gonna need to take a break. to prepare stuff so we can finally start. I also need to prepare the frames to cut the frame to the enclosure. I have all the bars, but I ordered in big beams, like I think it's a meter beams or 2 meters maybe. I don't even remember. And I need to cut them to size. So that will take a good while, and then I need to trim them and plot them and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Let's end it here. No point on wasting time. We have all the castings done, so I now need to prepare everything in order for us to continue the build. It's gonna be fun. I have I'm looking forward to actually start the mechanical part of this stuff, because so far we only been designing, machining, and filling stuff with sand and epoxy and mixing shit and doing mess. And now finally we're gonna start assembling the puzzle. It's not gonna take as long. I think a couple of streams we're gonna have the mechanical part done, then we go to the electrical part, and since we have a bunch of electrical stuff to test, I think it's gonna be fun. So guys, thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, please join us on Discord, link in the description. If you guys like the video, please like and maybe subscribe. And yeah, same stuff. Take care, stay safe, and have fun. That's why we live, right? So thank you again, and see you next time. Bye bye.